Little People, Big World, star Amy Roloff and Chris Marek car accident. Moving car caught fire, and parts of Amy's body were burned in the flames. Amy Roloff's conditions is very critical. She admitted hospital. I will explain everything. August 2025. A quiet evening in Hillsboro, Oregon, turned into a nightmare for little people. Big World star Amy Roloff and her husband, Chris Marek. A routine drive home from a charity event spiraled into a catastrophic accident that left their vehicle engulfed in flames. Amy, beloved by millions for her resilience and warmth, now fights for her life in a hospital bed, her condition critical. This is the untold story of survival, love, and the unbreakable spirit of a woman who has faced unimaginable challenges. Buckle up as we dive into the harrowing events of that fateful night, the aftermath, and the outpouring of support from fans around the world. For nearly 2 decades, Amy Roloff has been the heart and soul of Little People, Big World, the TLC reality show that chronicles the lives of the Roloff family. From raising 4 children on their iconic Oregon farm to navigating a high-profile divorce from Matt Roloff, Amy's journey has been one of triumph over adversity. Her 2021 marriage to Chris Marek brought a new chapter of joy as fans watched her embrace love again. But on the night of July 28, 2025, everything changed. A devastating car accident left Amy severely injured. Her body burned in a fire that consumed their vehicle. Tonight, we'll uncover the details of this tragedy, explore Amy's critical condition, and hear from those closest to her as they rally around her in this dark hour. This isn't just a story about a reality TV star. It's a story about a woman who has faced countless challenges, dwarfism, public scrutiny, family struggles, and emerged stronger every time. But this time, the stakes are higher than ever. Join us as we piece together the events of that night, the heroic efforts to save Amy and Chris, and the long road to recovery that lies ahead. It was a warm summer evening, just past 8:00 p.m. on July 28, 2025. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek were driving home from a charity fundraiser at Roloff Farms, an event they'd hosted to support the Dwarf Athletic Association of America, a cause close to Amy's heart. The couple was in high spirits, laughing and reminiscing about the evening's success. Amy, 60, was behind the wheel of their 2023 Toyota RAV4, a vehicle modified to accommodate her achondroplasia, the genetic condition that causes her short stature. Chris, 62, sat beside her, scrolling through photos from the event on his phone. But in an instant, everything changed. According to eyewitness accounts, a deer darted across Highway 26, a rural road near their Hillsboro home. Amy swerved to avoid it, but the vehicle veered off the road, crashing into a ditch. The impact was severe, rupturing the fuel line. Within moments, a spark ignited the leaking fuel, and the car erupted in flames. Passers-by described a scene of chaos. The car was swallowed by fire, with Amy and Chris trapped inside. A truck driver, 45-year-old Michael Thompson, was the first to stop. He told local news, "I saw the flames from 100 yards away. I didn't think twice. I just ran to help." Michael and 2 other Good Samaritans managed to pull Chris from the passenger seat, but Amy, pinned by the steering wheel, was harder to reach. Her clothing had caught fire, and she was screaming in pain. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. The fire was everywhere, and I could hear her crying out. I don't know how we got her out, but we did. Her arms and legs were burned bad. I just kept praying she'd make it. Emergency services arrived within 10 minutes, but for Amy and Chris, it felt like an eternity. Firefighters extinguished the blaze, but the damage was done. Amy suffered second- and third-degree burns to her arms, legs, and torso. Chris sustained a concussion and minor burns but was conscious. Both were rushed to Oregon Health and Science University Hospital, where Amy was immediately placed in the ICU in critical condition. At the hospital, Amy faced a fight for her life. Third-degree burns covered 20% of her body, a life-threatening injury compounded by her achondroplasia, which can complicate medical treatment. Doctors worked around the clock to stabilize her. Dr. Emily Nguyen, a burn specialist, explained the severity of Amy's condition in a press conference. Dr. Nguyen: Amy's burns are extensive, particularly on her upper arms and thighs. Third-degree burns destroy the skin and underlying tissue, requiring skin grafts and intensive care. Her small stature adds challenges, as her body has less surface area to work with for grafts. We're doing everything we can, but the next 72 hours are critical. Amy's family was devastated. Her children Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob rushed to the hospital, along with ex-husband Matt Roloff and his fiancée, Karen Chandler. Despite past family tensions, they put differences aside to support Amy. Zach, who also has achondroplasia, was particularly shaken, having faced his own health scares, including emergency brain surgery in 2023. Zach: seeing mom like that, it's not something you can prepare for. She's always been the strong one, you know, holding us together. Now it's our turn to be there for her. It's hard. Chris, though injured, refused to leave Amy's side. Despite his concussion, he sat in the ICU waiting room, speaking to her through a glass partition when allowed. Friends say Chris's love for Amy has been a source of strength, reminding everyone of their deep bond showcased on Little People, Big World. The couple's love story has been a fan favorite since they met in 2016. Chris, a real estate agent with a passion for motorcycles, won Amy's heart with his kindness and humor. Their 2021 wedding at Roloff Farms was a celebration of second chances. Now, that love is being tested in the face of tragedy. News of the accident spread like wildfire. Fans of Little People, Big World took to social media, flooding Amy's Instagram with messages of support. Hashtags like "Pray for Amy" and "Roloff Strong" trended worldwide. The TLC network released a statement. "We are heartbroken by the accident involving Amy and Chris. Our thoughts are with them and their family." TLC executive: Amy is more than a star to us. She's family. Her strength has inspired millions, and we know she'll fight through this. We're in constant contact with the family and will support them however we can. Roloff Farms, a beloved landmark for fans, became a makeshift memorial site. Visitors left flowers, candles, and notes, many referencing Amy's memoir, A Little Me, where she wrote about overcoming adversity. One fan wrote, "Amy, you've taught us to never give up. Keep fighting." Fans comment, "I've watched Amy since I was a kid. She's like a mom to all of us. When I heard about the accident, I just broke down. I drove 3 hours to leave a card at the farm. She has to pull through." The media frenzy was intense, with outlets speculating about the accident's cause and Amy's prognosis. Some reports falsely claimed Amy had passed away, echoing a 2022 death hoax that Snopes debunked. The family quickly clarified that Amy was alive but critical, urging fans to rely on verified updates. As days turned into weeks, Amy's condition slowly stabilized. She underwent multiple skin graft surgeries, a painful process requiring skin from donor sites on her body. Physical therapy began to help her regain mobility, a challenge given her burns and achondroplasia. Chris, now recovered from his concussion, became her biggest advocate, researching burn recovery and coordinating with her medical team. Chris, Amy's a fighter. She's been through so much in her life, and this is just another battle. I tell her every day, we're in this together. I won't let her give up, and neither will her kids or her fans. Amy's journey has always been about defying odds. Born with achondroplasia, she faced discrimination and health challenges, yet built a legacy as a mother, author, and philanthropist. Her Amy Roloff Charity Foundation has raised thousands for at-risk youth and disability groups. Fans believe this same strength will carry her through recovery. Molly, Mom's always been our rock. Even now, in the hospital, she's trying to make us laugh, asking about her grandkids. That's who she is. She never stops caring about others, even when she's hurting. By mid-August 2025, Amy was moved out of the ICU, a major milestone. Doctors warned that her recovery would take months, if not years, with extensive physical therapy and emotional support needed. The burns left scars, both physical and emotional, but Amy's spirit remained unbroken. Amy and Chris' accident highlights the dangers of rural roads, where wildlife crossings and poor lighting can lead to tragedy. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, over 30% of fatal crashes in rural areas involve animals or environmental hazards. The incident has sparked calls for improved road safety near Hillsborough, with local advocates pushing for better lighting and signage. This accident was a wake-up call. Highway 26 is notorious for deer crossings, and we need better infrastructure to prevent these tragedies. Amy's story could save lives if we act now. Amy's accident has also renewed focus on her advocacy. Her charity foundation announced a new initiative to support burn victims, inspired by her own experience. Fans have donated thousands to the cause, showing the power of her influence. As of August 2025, Amy is home, beginning the long road to recovery. She faces daily physical therapy and emotional challenges, but her family and fans remain her biggest cheerleaders. Chris has taken a leave from his real estate business to care for her, a testament to their enduring love. Jeremy. Mom's accident put everything in perspective. We've had our differences as a family, but this brought us together. She's teaching us all what it means to keep going, no matter what. Amy's story isn't over. Her fans, her family, and her faith are fueling her fight. In a recent Instagram post shared by Chris on her behalf, Amy wrote, "Thank you for your prayers. I'm not done yet. God has more for me, and I'm ready to see what's next." The accident that nearly took Amy Roloff's life has only strengthened her legacy. She's a survivor, a mother, a wife, and an inspiration to millions. As she rebuilds her life, one painful step at a time, the world watches, cheering her on. Amy Roloff, you are Roloff strong. More update. It wasn't love at first sight for LPBW stars Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick. Amy Roloff reacts to news of her father's death. And Lil People, Big World star Amy Roloff has snubbed her husband, Chris Merrick, from her cooking company's paperwork and drops potential clue marriage is in trouble. I will explain everything. Amy, 61, divorced husband Matt Roloff in 2016 and married realtor Chris, 62, in 2021. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen is her restaurant, and she often records her husband tasting her food and shares the video on social media. Only the U.S. Sun can reveal that Amy did not use her married name on recent documents. On December 30, 2023, Amy turned in the yearly report for the business. Lisa Dixon, Amy's business partner and friend, is listed as the company's registered agent. The star of Little People, Big World is identified as Amy J. Roloff. This month, Amy turned in the annual report for Amy Roloff Enterprises on December 5. The name of the registered agent and member is Amy J. Roloff Merrick. After they were married, Amy altered Chris' last name to the one she had previously used on her documents, Amy J. Roloff. We do not know why Amy did not include her married name on the paperwork for her catering business. Chris often eats Amy's finished products and provides commentary, therefore he often appears in her films. According to the U.S. Sun, Chris is not listed as a member of the group, despite the fact that he can be seen in many of the videos. Fans have also taken issue with Amy's choice to use Roloff for her company instead of her marital name. On a video earlier this week, a fan commented, "Why do not you go by Amy Merrick?" Another asked why she continued to use her divorced last name, and the third guy shouted, "You are not Roloff anymore." A fourth asked why she did not use her new husband's name. Amy declining her in her business registration for Our Pumpkin Products, Incorporated. Chris named her ex-husband Matt as her spouse. The matriarch filed an annual report in January 2024 to keep Our Pumpkin Products, Incorporated running. The company, which she started in 2016, sells various types of food goods in addition to barbecue and pumpkin salsa. The company's address is Roloff Farms, as the products are most likely offered during the pumpkin season. Amy is designated as the company's president and Matt, 62, as its secretary. On the farm, Amy and Chris were greeting visitors for the 2023 pumpkin season. Matt and Amy were married from 1987 to 2016. The two of them have 4 kids together. His current fiancée is his girlfriend, Karen Chandler. Amy Roloff reacts to news of her father's death. After much speculation about her family's tragedy, Amy Roloff eventually spoke. She responded to online rumors regarding her father's death. The LPBW actress discussed her father and addressed the veracity of the claims. Gordon Knight, Amy's father, has always been very close to Amy. She frequently visits Michigan to visit and spend time with her father. The little people. Big World star wants to treasure all of their wonderful memories together and is sorry to see him get older. To assist them spend more time with Gordon, Amy even traveled to Michigan with Jacob, Isabel, and their son Mateo. Supporters were thrilled to see Amy's continued concern for the latter and her efforts to be there for him at all times. They were startled, though, when some reports of his death began to circulate. Is it accurate? What had Amy disclosed? Amy Roloff enjoys communicating with her fans. She frequently discusses the novel activities she experiments with and finds enjoyable. On her YouTube page, the LPBW star often posts new cookery videos. Aside from that, Amy works as a substitute teacher for school children. She told her fans about a charming moment she had with some 4th graders. The children should be a touch crazy, according to the TLC. The fact that some of them offered her thank you cards, however, overwhelmed Roloff. It made her day, and she acknowledged that it was an emotional moment. Since the reality TV star was a replacement teacher rather than a regular one, she was not prepared for this kind of stuff. Additionally, fans thought Amy earned the accolades for her kind demeanor. Amy Roloff updates her fans on her father's condition. Lately, she has not shared many updates regarding him. However, when reports of Gordon's death began to circulate, some admirers expressed their worries. "I am sorry to hear of your dad's loss," an admirer recently commented. "I send you and your family my deepest sympathies." The LPBW star responded to the rumors without delay. "The good news is that it is fake news," Amy said. She clarified that she and her father were now in Michigan. She therefore wished to clarify that her father was doing well. The father of the little people. Big World star is 96. Nevertheless, Amy enjoys seeing how well her father has been doing. Her dispelling of all the rumors around the family tragedy also brought relief to her fans. In addition to uploading a special message for her father, the TLC star spent Father's Day with him. Amy believes that individuals should treasure their loved ones forever and not waste any time with them. She must be upset to watch her father aging. However, the Oregonian enjoys watching Knight reach his full potential and live his finest life. The fact that Amy addressed all of the false rumors and dispelled them pleased fans as well. Regarding the false rumors, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the rumors? Please let us know what you think in the comments area below. It wasn't love at first sight for LPBW stars Amy Roloff and Chris Marek. In March 2006, the TLC reality series Little People, Big World made its debut. Viewers have been watching the show for more than 16 years. It began by following the lives of Amy and Matt Roloff, a couple with dwarfism who owned a farm in Oregon and had 4 children. The dynamics of the Roloff family changed over time, yet viewers continued to tune in. When 27 years of marriage, Amy and Matt got divorced in 2016 when the children grew up and became adults. Both of them have romantic relationships with other persons at the moment. It had been a couple years since Matt first started seeing Karen Chandler. Chris Marek became Amy's new significant other when she left the farm, and the two was married in August 2021. However, how did Amy get to know her second husband? While considering dating again, Amy confided in a friend that she had some anxieties about her height in season 16, episode 2 of Little People, Big World. She claimed that after being married for so long, it was really challenging to get back into the dating environment. But she picked up her game again and went to Paint and Sip, a singles mixer. Although Chris was present as well, they initially did not click. When the event's singles were split up into groups of 2, Amy was matched with a man named Bob. "I am absolutely learning, as daunting as being single may be brave, take a chance," Amy, who was apprehensive, said during the mixer. "Really, just learn to be vulnerable even now." Although Amy and Bob's relationship did not work out, the event did give her the chance to meet Chris. Chris and Amy began dating when he asked her if she wanted to ride his motorcycle with him again. The rest is the past. "I do" was said by Amy and Chris on Roloff Farms, which is owned entirely by ex-husband Matt. Despite the venue problems brought on by the COVID-19 outbreak, Matt offered to host their wedding ceremony, which led to the choice. "I think a lot of individuals either modified or canceled and relocated whatever was going on in 2020 to 2021, she said, explaining how COVID entered the picture. Therefore, Plan B turned into Plan A as other areas just deteriorated. Amy and Chris' wedding was shot for LPBW, just like a lot of other Roloff weddings. During a special TLC broadcast, fans were able to witness the celebrations unfold. Little People, Big World fans are worried about Amy Roloff's relationship with Chris Marek. When fans of Little People, Big World first witnessed Amy and Matt Roloff's marriage ending, they had no idea what would happen next. As it happened, there was some turmoil on the farm, and they both developed new relationships. They all seem to be doing well with their new relationships after moving on. Fans want to know what occurred, though, as there are speculations that Amy Roloff and her husband Chris Marek split up. There were viewers who were dubious about Chris when Amy first brought him on the show. Chris seemed less like a possible new long-term partner and more like a rebound romance because he was hesitant to be serious with Amy. In 2021, however, the couple married, proving the doubters wrong. Did they break up since then, though? And if so, what would have caused the purported split? Where the myth originated and why some LPBW fans believe Amy and Chris broke up are unknown. However, social media indicates that they remain together. Years after exchanging vows and deciding to get married on the show, Amy and Chris have left each other without making any official announcements or posting anything about it. One post on an LPBW fan page on Facebook features a picture of Chris with his purported new bride. However, the majority of fans in the comment area concur that the story is unfounded and that there is no proof that Amy and Chris actually broke up. However, phony posts suggesting that Chris and Amy have parted ways are obviously the reason why some fans believe they did. Among other titles, such as Mother and Grandmother, Amy's Instagram account still lists her as a wife. In early July 2025, daughter-in-law Tori Roloff posted a picture of Amy with her grandchild, and Amy was still wearing her wedding band. Chris even appears in one of the pictures. But perhaps the problems between Matt and his fiancée Karen Chandler are the true cause of the rumors that Chris and Amy split up. Matt and Karen announced their separation on Instagram on July 22, 2025. Following their engagement in 2023, viewers watched their romance blossom on LPBW. Having worked as a manager at Roloff Farms, Karen was already familiar with the family before she started dating Matt. "Hello all, I must break some difficult news to you." On Instagram, Matt posted, "I have chosen to break up with Karen and call it quits on our engagement. This is the best course of action for us right now, but life is a continuous journey. We will always cherish the many amazing moments we have had together, and we are still friendly. Your encouragement means the world to me, and I am determined to keep a positive outlook and have faith in the road ahead. Love to everyone." Little People, Big World fans diss Amy Roloff for not appreciating husband Chris Marek. Last year, Amy and Chris, who are both 60, got married. Amy's relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Matt Roloff, has previously caused her to face backlash. And she is also facing criticism from some fans for failing to give Chris enough credit for the work he does to maintain the family bonds. Regarding the TLC mom and her new husband, fans expressed their opinions on Reddit by writing, "He is a better father figure or grandfather figure to the kids than Matt is." One user began the conversation. "Chris makes an effort to establish a connection and bond with the children. Matt and Karen, goodbye. This guy does not get enough talked about," another person said. Despite his tendency toward quietness, Chris is far superior to Matt. "I truly like him," one spectator commented. "Although he appears like such a great guy, all I see of him is what I see on television. Amy appears challenging to me, so I wonder what drew him in if he is as kind as he comes across off-air. She and Matt both have difficult personalities, so while I hope he and Amy succeed, I do not think she is the easiest person to be married to," someone else said. Amy paid a touching homage to her husband on Instagram in August to commemorate his birthday. Fans took a few jabs at Matt and added their own birthday greetings for Chris in the post's comments area. As one admirer put it, "Happy birthday, Chris. I am grateful that you entered Amy's life and gave her the love and life she so richly deserves. To say that you have given Amy lovely, well-earned, and deserved joy, light, love, and trust would be an understatement," according to another viewer. One commenter added, "You all have fun with one another. I adore you both." The other two ex-partners are simply intolerable. "They are filthy as hell. Stay away from them. Let them go to the wind. They are historical." After 30 years together, Matt and Amy declared their intention to end their marriage in 2015, following his admission in his book, Against Tall Odds, that he and Amy did not share the same definition of commitment. Matt was plagued by accusations of infidelity. Karen Chandler, Matt's former farm manager, is his current partner. "Although Amy ranks commitment at or close to the top of her list, I would rank it lower," he added. "With a few significant exceptions, I view most obligations as flexible and adjustable, whereas Amy is more of a committed-to-a-fault type of person." After Matt turned down bids from two of their kids for a piece of Roloff Farms, he decided to sell it, which caused conflict between Matt and Amy, Jeremy, Zach's twin brother. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.